Hello, my friends, and welcome to day 21 of the 40-day water fast. Yesterday, I hit the halfway point. Everything's going just tremendously well. My house is looking better than ever, as I said before. Things are good. Health-wise, I feel good. I'm sleeping deeper but shorter. So I'm sleeping about, 6.5, 7 hours a night, and just waking up refreshed as can be. Not really. I have energy all day. I never really get tired. I'm not. I'm not really hungry unless I see food and I have the emotional reaction to seeing it. And it's always, as I said before, it's always hardest when my son's here and I'm feeding him, making him food and such. Today, though, is weigh-in day, and I wanted to jump on and give you guys the latest update. You can probably tell my face is a little thinner, my neck's a little more loose down here. I this morning weighed in at 319. For those of you who are keeping count, that's 9 more pounds down. Now you'll notice that's just slightly slower than I was losing it before. One of the things that I've discovered with all the fasting I've done is there are weeks where you lose a bunch of weight, and there are weeks where you lose a bunch of inches. So, one of the studies I read was when your body does its recomposition, it goes into the even more so into the autophagy phase, and then it ends up shrinking you down your size because it's now eating away that cellular stuff. But while it's doing that, it's actually holding on to a little bit more fluid as it's eating up that cellular stuff. So it's going to slow down your weight loss, but your body's getting smaller. So that's interesting. So I lost 9 pounds. So that's the same that I lost during the prep for the fast, and then as I said, it was 9, and then I lost 21 during the water fast up to last Sunday. I lost 9 more this week, so that makes a grand total of 39 pounds down. And I am just excited as can be. I'm sure that I'll be in the 200s easily by the end of this thing, and then I'll be heading down to the low 200s. that's the goal. But I won't be. The fast will end on day 40, and then I will go into intermittent fasting, basically back to OMAD, and still keeping my carbs as low as I possibly can, so I can keep losing the weight. People ask me all the time about am I having spiritual experiences? No, no more so than normal. I still meditate, and I still have my sitting in love experiences, and I think what it really does for me is helps me be more present, because I'm no longer focusing on food and having to make food and having to eat food, and that having that off of the desk, as it were, means that I have more room in my day for more things to think about and more clarity of thought, and my mind is definitely working faster. But another thing is that I'm a firm believer spiritually that we should not be looking for light shows or big giant experiences. We're never not connected. It's a matter of acknowledging rather than finding or creating something as a giant experience. We should be acknowledging, and the more we acknowledge, the more you'll have those experiences. You've heard me talk in the past about my out-of-body experiences and the energy stuff that I've worked with, and all that all came from acknowledging I could, and realizing that I am one with the source, one with God, and in that regard, all of those things happened along the pathway because I was not looking for a path, because I was not striving, and then not only that, labeling my path. I just was open, and I just acknowledged I am one with God, so I have these abilities. So, and that's really the key. And during the fast, because your mind is clearer, you don't have to think about. It's one giant thing that's usually in your mind during the day is what am I going to have for lunch? What am I going to have for dinner? And how are you going to make that? And where are you going to get that? And all those thoughts are now gone. So I just have more time to be present in the I am moment, in the God moment. And so that's kind of my thought on this whole thing. And remember Remember what the Dalai Lama said about meditation. He said the best meditation is sleep. So live your day loving, and get some good rest, and you're doing fine. You don't need a whole bunch of esoteric modalities, and you shouldn't be looking for aha moments, because you're living an aha moment. Live it fully. And really excited about 39 pounds down, and I'm looking forward to winding this thing down, because now, like I said, we're over halfway through on day 21, so we're over halfway through, so we're going to head into something pretty amazing. And I will see you guys, some of you guys, later this afternoon for the Live Loving live stream at noon Eastern time. Today's special guest, the return of Holly Matson. Today she's going to do some reiki for your pets, and give you an example. Being that she's doing reiki for a large group, it's going to have some great effect. But if you have a pet who really needs something very specific, it's always best to work with someone like Holly one-on-one. That way she can work exactly where the work needs to go, and she can communicate directly. When she's working with a whole group of people with their pets, she can't necessarily tie into one and give them an individual focus, because she's dealing with a group. So, but if you're interested in something like that, Holly, a lot of my friends still use Holly to this day, and find her to be very effective for their pets. And that's really the key. As I've said before, all healing comes from belief. And if Holly comes with intention, and you come with intention, now there's two people with loving intention, right? And then your animal is already unconditional love, so they're already vibrating love. So you come in there vibrating, perfect love, and then you just ask and believe and receive at this point. So, but it usually takes somebody skilled at the process, someone like Holly, and that'll help you and focus your belief and focus the healing energy towards your pets. So I will see you guys at noon Eastern time, Live Loving Live, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Holly does with you guys, and I'll talk to you then. See ya. Bye.